I'm tired. Oh, hi. Sorry about the yawn. We've been buzzing about all day.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. That's us. I could go on buzzing all night.
Well, you can if you want to. I'm ready for bed.
Bed? But it's not bedtime yet.
What time is it then, exactly?
I don't know exactly. That's because we don't have a clock.
Well, if we did have a clock, I bet it would say it was bedtime.
Nah, I bet it would say it was story time. And I've just thought of the best ever story to tell you.
About clocks, by any chance?
Yup, you got it. Listen to this. You love it. The story begins in Nanna's arty den. Nanna was looking after Chihuahua because Mahaha and Pahaha had taken Minnie and Boise to the seaside for a few days.
Nanna had been very busy.
And we'd been watching her.
She was making a special present for the family for when they got back.
Well, you know what Nanna's like. Nanna's a hairy land artist. Nanna can draw like a dream.
She can spray, she can glue.
She can do collage too.
And sometimes she paints with ice cream.
Yes, ice cream. Nanna's always laughing. But if she goes too far, she lifts off her toes and up she goes. Up goes Nanna.
Up goes Nanna. Up goes Nanna. Ha ha. Nanna had made a wakey-wakey clock to wake everyone up in the morning. Aww.
And this is how the wakey-wakey clock worked.
When it was time to wake up, the clock giggled.
It made Nanna giggle.
And it made us giggle too.
The wakey-wakey clock was finished. Now Nanna was going to take it to the Ha Ha Hairies' house.
Yes, this was turning out to be the day Nanna gave everyone the giggles.
Up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was sleeping. Can you guess who?
Boris Boo-hoo, what's he gonna do? It was the afternoon, and Boris still hadn't got up. This was because Boise wasn't there to wake him.
Nanna brought the clock outside and put it on her hairy wheeler. She had an idea. She'd set the wakey-wakey clock off again just for the fun of it.
It was so loud and so giggly that Chihuahua ran off, and Nanna ran after him.
And the clock kept giggling.
It was so loud and giggly, it woke Boris Boo-hoo up. He grabbed his hairy stary to see where the giggling was coming from.
And that's when he saw the wakey-wakey clock sitting outside Nanna's arty den all by itself.
Boris Boo-hoo had an idea.
That wakey-wakey clock was just what he needed to wake him up in the mornings.
But how was he going to get it? What he needed now was a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs a plan, he needs it quick.
He needs to plan a clever trick.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
Boris's plan was to go and try to get the wakey-wakey clock for himself. So off he went to Nanna's arty den. The clatter bang's coming down the hill. The clatter bang of being a big bang. The clatter bang is coming down the hill. And what is Boris going to do?
Boris parked his clatterbanger in the orchard and tippy-toed into Nanna's garden.
Hadabash, hadabash.
Sure enough,
Clabash.
there was the wakey clock. He went to pick it up.
Clabash.
I'm lit. Suddenly, Boris heard Nanna coming back with Chiwa. He had to hide,
So he jumped inside the clock.
which is never a good idea.
It didn't take Chihuahua long to sniff out Boris.
But Nanna had no idea why he was so interested in the wakey clock.
So off went Nanna with a wakey clock on her hairy wheeler.
With Boris still stuck inside.
No way could we miss this. So we followed. Follow me round hairy land, round hairy land.
I am quick.
And I am Wiggy with a hairy fairy band.
Back at the Ha Ha Hairies house, Ma, Pa, Minnie and Boise had just arrived home.
We landed in the flower bed.
Then the Hairies heard Nanna arriving.
And Nanna gave them her special present.
They were over the hairy moon with happiness.
Why is Nanna showing them how it works?
I think she wants it to be a big surprise.
The clock was very heavy. Nanna couldn't understand why.
Nanna told them to take the wakey clock upstairs and it would give them a big surprise in the morning.
The Ha Ha Hairies were amazed. What kind of surprise would they get? They wondered.
When everyone said goodbye to Nanna, Boris tried to run away, but he didn't get very far.
The Ha Ha Hairies were very surprised to see the clock had moved all by itself.
Then Ma and Pa picked up the wakey clock and took it inside.
Of course, they had no idea that Boris Boo-hoo was hiding in it.
So Ma and Pa put the wakey clock in their bedroom. Oh, nits!
Minnie and Boise were unpacking the Fluffer-Puffer bag when Ma came out. She told them it was time for Boise to go home.
But that meant Boise would miss Nanna's surprise.
So Ma kindly said Boise could stay the night and go home to Chateau Shampoo in the morning.
So the hairy sun went down.
And the hairy moon came up.
Ma and Pa Ha Ha said goodnight to the wakey clock and got into bed.
Boris was going to be stuck inside the clock all night long.
The next day, the hairy sun rose in the sky.
Ma and Pa were still fast asleep.
And then this happened.
The clock was so loud and giggly that it woke Ma and Pa up straight away.
So loud and giggly that it woke Minnie up. And then Boise.
And then us.
Because we'd been sleeping in the window box all night.
Pa wanted to know how it worked. So he gave the door handle a big tug. And who did he find inside?
Boris
Boo-hoo!
Nanna had said they'd get a big surprise.
And big surprises don't come much bigger than this.
The Ha Ha Hairies couldn't stop laughing. Good old Boris, what a joker.
Boris wasn't going to get a wakey clock for himself after all.
feel a teeny tiny bit sorry for Boris. It must have been horrible stuck inside that clock all night. But I guess it served him right for trying to take it for himself. What do you think, Wiggy? Wiggy? You were asleep.
Was not.
Were too. And you said you were going to keep buzzing all night.
Yep, I still am. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Bedtime then.